This is going to be your altcoin revenue playbook. I'm going to tell you why this metric is key for your altcoins to outperform the rest of the market. So what are the best revenue generating altcoins out there? And I don't want opinions, I want hard facts. I want data. So we're going to go look at the revenue data right now. And for that data, you go to DeFiLlama.com, and then on the left side, you're going to see metrics. Click on metrics, and then on the top here, you're going to see revenue by protocol. We're going to then click on that. Now, some of these projects aren't going to be altcoins that you should be buying because they make a lot of revenue. Tether, Circle. Okay, these are going to be stable coins. They make a lot of money. EdgeX, we covered this about 2 weeks ago. They don't have a token yet. Tron, L1, very large market cap. So it doesn't really make sense to throw this in the best revenue generating projects because we want projects with smaller market caps that are hanging out with these large peers as far as revenue goes. So we're going to look at 5 coins. We're going to look at Hype. We're going to look at Pump. We're also going to look at Jupiter. We're going to look at Aerodrome, and we're going to look at Cake or PancakeSwap's token. So we're going to avoid some of these projects. Coinbase wallet, I mean, sure, it's making revenue. Go buy Coinstock. Aave, we've covered Aave. Phantom, that's going to be a wallet as well. Let's talk about these 5 coins. We're going to lead with Hype. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the revenue based on its market cap. So we're going to get the market cap, and we're going to divide that by the 7-day revenue, and we're going to multiply that by 52 weeks. I don't want to look at annual revenue. I want to see how are they performing today, and let's use this as a forward outlook. And this is going to give us our price to sales ratio, or in this case, it's going to be market cap to revenue ratio. So we have our little formula right here. We got our projects, 7-day revenue, market cap, and then this is going to give us our numbers here. So first project, we're looking at Hype, 20 million 7-day revenue, market cap of 12 billion. And we're going to be pulling all of these numbers from DeFi Llama. So let's just cut to the chase. Let's just go ahead and give you the meat and potatoes. We're going to do this one at a time. Hype, market cap to revenue ratio, 630, meaning people are willing to pay $630 for every $1 of revenue. Now, 630 is a very high ratio. Just for reference, Tesla, their ratio hovers around 16. So investors pay $16 for every dollar of sales. And sales revenue going to have a little distinction, but essentially we're looking at money coming in. So let's go to the next project. Again, all these numbers from DeFi Llama. Pump, 8.6 million revenue, $2.5 billion market cap. And looking at the chart, you can see a little bit of a pullback there as some competitors started to launch, but then revenue started to pick up again. And revenue is way down from the spike that we saw in the beginning of the year. So going off of these numbers, the 8.6 million times 52 with the $2.5 billion valuation has given us a market cap to revenue ratio of 290. Now we're starting to get a little bit better. You're going to continue to see this trend. Let's go to the next token, Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be a DEX that's on Solana. 5.2 million, 1.5 billion. Let's run these numbers. 288.5. I want to give a quick shout out to LBank Exchange. It is my favorite exchange to get all of the latest trading pairs, all of the hottest meme coins and altcoins. You can go to the spot trading, or you could do futures perpetual trading. And we have a link down below with the tutorial on the top of our page. Tons and tons of features here, 24/7 customer support, huge reach here, huge volume, millions of users, and they have over 200 countries and regions covered. So go ahead, open up an account, deposit some funds, and start your trading journey. Now let's go to Aerodrome is going to be a DEX that is on the base ecosystem, which is an L2 on Ethereum, and its market cap revenue ratio 267.6. And if you look, the revenue starting to pick up, might start echoing what we saw at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, where we started to see a pretty large spike. When it was spiking, we would see daily revenue over $1 million. So seeing 7-day revenue at 3.7. This might be 10 million a week pretty soon, so that will skew these numbers. Let's go to the last one is going to be PancakeSwap. The token is Cake. Now, Cake is going to be the DEX where a lot of people trade BNB and the coins that are in the BNB ecosystem. And if you look at the DEX volume, pushing $100 billion per month. So seeing a lot of volume here. Now, revenue, we gotta close this gap here because just a little too much data. And when you zoom into the revenue of Pancake for the year of 2025, you can see a huge pump right there. But I would say directionally, this is also heading higher. And so our last ratio is actually the most, I would say, fruitful ratio here, 252.9, meaning, again, $250 for every $1 in revenue. So you see, as you go down the smaller market caps, start seeing a little bit more favorable ratios. The lower the ratio, the less of a premium you're paying. So I just want to throw those on your radar. You're going to be hearing a lot about these 5 tokens in Q4. And I'm DZ for Discover Crypto, and I'll see you in your revenue generating altcoin bag at the top.